Let's talk. Well, welcome back to Chuck D Football TV. You already know whose YouTube channel is this. I don't want to introduce myself today. I'm on para mode. I'm on para mode since everybody is upset. Since everybody's upset. So I want to talk about what is the issue with Alexander Isak. So for all of you that aren't living under a rock, I think that should be my favorite. That's my tagline now. For those of you not living under a rock, you've probably been seeing the news on Alexander Isak. This crash out that's going on with him and Newcastle. Dude wants to leave the club. He wants to leave Newcastle because he wants to play for Liverpool. So he's doing everything possible, all the rants and whatever. It's a huge cluster mess right now. He doesn't want to play for Newcastle anymore. He's basically exiled himself from the team. He's not been attending training and all this crazy stuff. Now, is it right? Is it right? And or is he justified or not justified in how he's acting or in his behavior towards Newcastle? For me, I'm on a fence about this because at the end of the day, as a player, you are under contract, right? I think he has 3 more years. He actually just signed a new long-term contract not too long ago for an extra 3 years. And now, because it seems like Liverpool are interested and everything, he wants to go play for Liverpool, for a bigger team and all that stuff, which is understandable. But the way he's going about it, is it right? Is it right or is he justified? I want you guys to leave a comment section. Leave in the comment section telling me what you think. I want to know, what do you think? Do you think he's right, he's justified in the way he's handling matters, or he's not? For me, I'm at like 50-50 because at the end of the day, with all these big clubs, right, when you are as a player, when you are hot, when you're on form, teams or clubs treat you like egg. They treat you like gold, right? They bend to your every whim and things like that. But when clubs, one thing I've realized that when they are done with you, like when you can't perform anymore, you can't you don't score as much goals, maybe you have gotten older and whatever, clubs sometimes exile a player. They just throw you to the bench, or just they don't give you an extra contract and they just kick you out. Clubs do that to players that have served them even for decades. Clubs do that to players, and they usually sometimes don't have any mercy. So when players do the same thing, are players really wrong? Because at the end of the day, a player's career going forward is on that player. It's on that player, because if you decide to as a player, you decide to commit long term to a club and you start dwindling in your performance, they bench you, or they send you away, or they get somebody to replace you, and like that your career can dwindle. Clubs, what I'm trying to say is that clubs don't have any loyalty really to players. And should players have any loyalty to clubs? Because clubs do not have loyalty, do not have any loyalty to players. A club's loyalty to a player is based on the performance of that player over a long period of time. So when a player gets interest in a bigger team than the team he's currently in, should he have loyalty to the team he's currently in at the moment? I don't know. You have to understand that Isak didn't grow up in Newcastle. He didn't come from the Newcastle academy, so he doesn't owe them any loyalty. He doesn't owe them any loyalty. And people, I've seen I saw some I watched some videos of some content creators on this smart, and I remember one of them was like, after all Newcastle has done for Isak and all that. No, you can't say that. They both did things for each other. Isak did great things for Newcastle, as Newcastle have done for Isak. Newcastle bought Isak from Real Sociedad based on Isak's performance and track record. It wasn't like that they were doing him a favor. They were not doing him a favor. And also, Newcastle is a big club. So what I'm trying to say is that they both, it's a mutual business deal. It's not like one person is doing more than for the other person. Newcastle is paying him all that money, and they have extended his contract the same way he has rewarded Newcastle with goals. And they won a trophy, they won the FA Cup. So it's a mutual thing. Don't make it seem like it's Newcastle, after all they've done for him. What did they do for him that he didn't do for them? So could he be handling it better? Yes. But I think this is like the way of players now. When they are upset with a club and they want to make a move, they start to, like, forcefully push, even exile themselves from training, go as far as deleting all their pictures of the club on their social media. They start to release press statements from their agents and teams and things like that. Do you understand? Wissa is doing it he's currently having like a crash out with Brentford at the moment because he wants to go to Newcastle. Gyökeres did it with Sporting Lisbon, and now Isak is doing it with Newcastle. Even the award ceremony that just took place recently, he was put in the team of the Premier League team of the year, and he didn't attend, and he released the statement on his social media. So it's a full crash out. At the end of the day, it's going to be resolved somehow, some way. Newcastle are looking for a striker at the moment. They tried to buy Ekitike. Newcastle hijacked that. Liverpool hijacked that. I think they also tried to buy this guy that just went to Manchester United, Benjamin Sesko. Benjamin Sesko chose United over Newcastle, and I think Newcastle now are trying to go for Wissa, which is an incredible buy. I prefer they go for Wissa than for Sesko and what's his name? Sesko and Ekitike. Wissa is more experienced, Premier League proven. I think he's a way better player than both of them, than Ekitike and Sesko, in my opinion. He's better than them. I would choose with Wissa all day over Sesko and over Ekitike. So they are trying to work out that deal. I think they are trying to replace him and let him go. And this can affect the deal because Liverpool know that Isak is desperate to leave, and maybe Newcastle might be pushed to a position where they're desperate to sell or to let him go. Newcastle might decide to reduce that the buying price, because they know that both player and club don't get along. So why do they have to pay the full price? Because it might reach a point whereby Newcastle are desperate to offload him, and Liverpool are interested, but they might not want to pay that full money. So it's a very interesting one. It's a very interesting one. The transfer, at the end of the day, he's still under contract, but we'll have to wait and see. The transfer window closes by next week, I presume, or it closes very soon. Very, very soon. I think by the it closes 1st of September. So that's, a few weeks and in a week and some days, in another week or whatever. Very soon. It closes very soon. So would he make his move to Liverpool by then? We don't know, because Newcastle can be like, okay, oh, you think you're bad, right? Okay, they are going to stall that transfer till the transfer window closes, and he will have to go on loan somewhere, or he will just have to sit at home for 3 years. They'll be paying him his salary, but he will sit at home for 3 years, and he can't afford not to play. He'll have to go on loan somewhere or resume training. But then now, because of the crash out, his reputation in the eyes of Newcastle fans and the coaching staff, the whole club, it would have dwindled. It's a situation whereby if he steps onto the pitch now, he will be receiving a lot of boos, because now that relationship has severed. He was once the beloved of the Newcastle fans, and now he's like enemy number one. So, that's really about it. This crash out is crazy, but we'll have to wait and see how things go. So, yeah, that's really about it. Kindly like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Please activate your notifications so that when I release videos, you can get the notifications on your phone, and support the channel, please. I'm building this thing brick by brick. I'm building this channel brick by brick, man. Let's do it together. It's better when we do it together. So thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.